Hello, welcome back for part two of the lesson that I started. I didn't realize until I edited the video that the last lesson was cut off. So I'm just going to get right into it. And this is lesson 7.15, problem solving money. Boys and girls, you've been working with cross multiplication tables for the last couple of years. You need to know your facts. There's nothing more to need to say. You have to know your facts. Now, once you know your facts, knowing 5 times 5 is 25 or 10 times 10 is 100 is great. However, I've told you before that when you get into the real world, when you grow up, the world problems are not going to be like that. They're not going to give you that 2 times 2, that 4 times 4. Life is going to be presented into like a word problem. It's going to be like a sentence. And your goal is to take the information from that sentence or that paragraph and make a problem out of it. And we've noticed that as teachers over the last few years that you kids know your multiplication tables, but once they're put into a real life situation, that same problem, you get puzzled and you get stuck. So I've taught you over the last few months that when it comes to doing word problems, the 3 things you need to do is 1, you need to determine what the question they're asking is. And typically it comes at the end of the paragraph, most of the time. 2 is to gather the information. Look at all the numbers. For example, 5 apples, 3 oranges, 6 people. You have to pull that information. Next step would be to eliminate distractors. They're going to give you information that is going to try to trick you and confusing you. For example, let's say we have apples and oranges. Let's say there are 12 apples on the tree. There are 6 people. 3 people get some apples. I'm just making this up. There are 4 oranges. How many oranges are left, or how many apples are left after the 3 people get the apples? The oranges would be the distraction. You're going to see that. And then finally, solve the problem. So let's look at page 209 in your books. There's a question, number 1 states, 16 people bought sunglasses, and how much did they pay altogether? Now, you use page 208, the top of it, it gives you a list of items that you would buy at a store. It gives you snow boots, $135.99, ice pick, $107.75, gloves for $38.90, the outdoor skiing sunglasses are $69.95. The skiing jacket is $54.95, and the skiing pants are $70.95. So we go with that question. It says 16 people bought sunglasses. How much do they all pay together? So the question that they're asking is how much did they pay all together? Now, the facts that we know is that there are 16 people. All right, 16 people. Now, it says they bought sunglasses. Now, the question itself does not tell you how much the sunglasses are, so you have to refer to the chart that was given to you on the previous page. So the sunglasses were $69.95. So, what you do is you take that $69.95 and you multiply it by the 16 people. Multiply it by 16. Again, when you are doing these problems, when it deals with money and decimals, is forget about them. Forget about the dollar sign in the decimal when you're doing the problem, and just do the problem as a normal cross multiplication problem. So again, we'll get back to the dollar sign in a decimal later. So if you multiply, when you do your cross multiplication, which we've done before, you come up with the answer of 111920. So what you need to do is you need to make sure that you get your decimals. So you look at both of your numbers, $69.95 and 16. The only one that contains a decimal is the $69.95. So we look at this decimal and we count how many numbers are after, to the right of the decimal. And there is 1, 2. Since there is no decimals down in the 16, you only have to use 2 decimal places. So what you do is you go to the far right of your answer and you take those 2 decimal places and go 2 numbers over. And that's where you would place your decimal. And don't forget to put your $sign and your comma into it, because they're all important. If you forget to put a decimal or you forget to put the $sign, even though if you have the problem right and you got the math correct and the numbers are correct, I will still mark it wrong, because $signs indicate what it is. It tells you it's $signs. Could it be 1019 something else? I don't know, but that $sign tells me that we're dealing with money. So for homework tonight, this would be lesson 3. So that'd be Wednesday, the April 1st homework. It'd be questions 2 through 5. Questions 2 through 5. We just did number 1. So if you have any questions for me, please email me, FaceTime me, phone call me, text message. I will happily get back to you as quick as I can. So until tomorrow, take care.